Hey, it's Rod Thorson, Classic Hits 1039 WLPO News, Weather, and Sports. Big news these days is trade, with the president and some embargoes, or not an embargo yet, but a tariff on steel or aluminum. Some people in farm country are a little upset about this. They're a little anxious, and I understand it. I'm from the farm. My parents still live and farm the same place that I grew up on, so they've been at it for over 50 years. And I know this. Wasn't too long ago, a few decades, that the farm economy and the rural economy were interconnected. As the farm economy went, the rural economy went. Main Street and the farmer were one and the same. When farmers did well, they went to town, they spent a lot of the money, they recirculated it. When they weren't doing well, things got pretty tough in some of these rural communities. Now, NAFTA was passed in the early to mid 90s, and we've been full throttle, hammer down, free traders ever since then. There's been some benefits. Sure, we got some cheap stuff flowing into this country. Walmart says live better. If you can afford stuff and afford a lot of cheap stuff, you can throw the TV away when it breaks, just get a new one. But there's been a price to pay, hasn't there? The steel workers at Granite City, they're being called back now, and there's some steel plants that are being called back. Farmers wringing their hands, though. What if we lose a trading partner for corn or soybean or that waste commodity known as distillers' dried grain? Well, I would ask you this. If you're in the farm economy and you're a farmer especially, can you argue that free trade has helped your rural community? In Illinois, 88 out of 102 counties are losing. They're losing money, they're losing population, they're losing wealth. Even when you factor in extremely high land prices, rural economies are getting poorer. The churches are withering. Some schools are consolidating, shutting down. In this sense, NAFTA was passed. So a good 20, 24, 25 years of free trade. And what has it yielded in rural America in terms of wealth? Wealth is eroding. Look at bank deposits in any county, any rural county you want. It's less today than it was 20 years ago. In urban counties, they're getting wealthier. How can you possibly argue that free trade has helped the rural economy? Now, we've tried this. We have evidence today. There were great promises. When Ross Perot argued against it, Al Gore argued for it. It was Smoot-Hawley all over again, all that kind of thing. So we went down the free trade road for 25 years. And what happened to rural economies in the wake of all that free trade? In fact, what even happened to farmers? Now they're completely reliant on schemes like subsidized crop insurance, disaster aid. Up until a few years ago, it was just signing up for aid, for assistance. You get a free check. I don't think that the rural economy and the farm economy are interconnected anymore. The rural economy has suffered because the Farm Bureau and the free traders have had their way for 25 years, and the party is coming to an end. I've not been a huge cheerleader or proponent or apologist for Donald Trump, but I think that in this way, in rural America, you want to help bring the rural economies back, even if you have to forsake the farm economy. More jobs, more steelworker jobs, more manufacturing jobs will help to stem the tide of wealth, money, kids, people, the erosion of churches and schools in rural counties all over America. We'll see. We'll see, but it looks like we've kind of turned the corner and headed that direction. Leave your comments here. Call or text the show on WLPO, the most listened to show and the most important radio station in North Central Illinois. And thanks for watching.